Our next adventure starts here, going around the English Riviera in Torquay. So we're using the sightseeing tour bus. Here we go. So we've got the prices, and this is where it's going to take us. And it is an absolute beautiful day, so it's going to be lovely. What are we on, Archie?
A bag!
And are we going to go and see the English Riviera? Are we going on a trip around the English Riviera? Is it going to be stunning views and a hot day? You're not saying much.
Traditional pubs. If you now look across the road as we turn left, you're going to see it says Park Lane. The little alleyway that's now going to come on your right hand side will take you up to the Smugglers Inn, the Hole in the Wall, first up here in 1540. Also up there you'll see the Devon Arms. That's where Prince Charles used to drink. He was traded in Plymouth for the Navy, and that was his watering hole here in the bay. But if you look above you on your right hand side, you can see the sandstone building with the handcraft statues on the roof. This used to be the tram station. Trams used to run from Torquay to Paynton. But if you look behind you on your right hand side, you'll see what would have been the entrance into Torquay's Opera House. That was the original purpose of the building. But due to the outbreak of the First World War, the funding was taken away and only the outer shell was ever completed. 350 feet, it's one of the highest proms in the UK. Back in the day, Queen Victoria used to love to walk along the Babington Downs, one of her favourite places to visit. I was waving to the wife. Look for it, I should look for it, shouldn't I? But take some photographs, my lovelies. Now, just to let you know also, when you leave the tour today, please help yourself to the resort guides. They're free for you to pick up, they'll be downstairs. They're very handy to have, the resort guides. They've got information on our top attractions, information on our top restaurants. They've got also maps of all the towns so you can see and find your way around. Very handy to have, like I said, free to pick up. Down here, it's a wonderful place for families to come rock pooling. But looking straight over in front of you now, that's Brixham. Brixham is one of the largest fishing ports in the country, awarded Port of the Year. And in Brixham is where you'll find a replica of the Golden Hind, the English galleon that circumnavigated the globe between 1577 and 1580, captained by Sir Francis Drake, originally known as the Pelican, but Sir Francis Drake renamed the ship mid-voyage in 1578. Now, Brixham doesn't have the large hotel chains like Torquay and Paynton, relies on explorers get the ferries from the harbour side and the wildlife cruises as well. I think that's the Rapid Speedboat, which is a new attraction. Bushy Bush is getting very bushy. And you'll see the Imperial Hotel coming up. It doesn't look too much from here, but it's a nice building inside. That's where the Monty Python's team had to stay when Donald Sinclair, Basil Fawlty chucked them out of the Glen Eagles, Fawlty Towers. The only one who refused to leave, that was John Cleese. Perhaps that's why you got the character. But coming up on your left-hand side, there's a beautiful secret little cove just by Living Coast, if you see, look to your left. And this is Torquay's only nudist beach. It's not, but you're all having a good look. We do have one up in Babacoon, but you get a good view of the Queen Victoria. And there goes the Rapid Speedboat rain on the harbour now. I'll try and point out some good restaurants for you as we come through the town, my loves, that feature in the resort guides. So, as we come round the corner, you're going to see number 7, Great Fish Restaurant. But next to it, you've got the Elephant, which is one of our celebrity chefs' restaurants. That's Simon Holstone. You'll see him on TV programmes such as The Great British Menu, Saturday Kitchen with James Martin. James Martin done a lot of filming there, Sunday Brunch. On your left-hand side, the Ferris wheel is sitting on the Princess Gardens, also known as the banjo. From above, it looks like the musical instrument. Opened up by Princess Louise in 1890. She was a princess of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, born in Buckingham Palace in 1844. Coming up on your right-hand side, you've got the Real Crime Museum located here. You've got Man Fridays, which is the lobster house. Ticks all the boxes. 21 is great for tapas. Rockfish is another celebrity chef, Mitch Tonks. And I don't think the Caribbean restaurant is ever going to open again, Rog, which is my favourite. The rum punches in here were fantastic. In front of us, we've got the clock tower, originally known as the Mallock Memorial, built for the MP Richard Mallock back in 1902. They restored it recently, and when they restored it, they restored the bell. The last time the bell actually rang out before it got restored was on the outbreak of World War II. Christie's statue, which is located in front of the pavilion. Now the pavilion, which is coming up on your left, was our first ever theatre, built in 1912. Agatha Christie met her first husband, Archie, here. Now as we come to the Princess Gardens, you're going to find a water fountain down here, well over 120 years old, very popular with the stag doos and the young farmers at the weekend who like to put a bit of washing up powder in it, get a few pebbles. If you venture to Singapore, you'll find a copy of that water fountain outside the Raffles Hotel. The light art design here in Torquay and took it all the way to Singapore. Now the Princess Theatre finally opened up again this week. But it opened up originally on the 7th of June 1961. Headliners for the very first show were Tommy Cooper and Morecambe Wise. What an opening night that would have been. Wow. And on your right hand side is the Royal Terrace Gardens Rock Walk. 150 steps to the top. Everything's now lit up at night time with LED lights. It used to be covered with trees top to bottom. They got diseased, had to be taken away. And that's specially designed for the OAPs of Torquay to use. Now this is Abbey Sands. We've got quite a high tide this morning. Abbey Sands is one of 22 beaches, covering 22 miles around the bay, and our beaches once again a bit of water.
So just down the road.
Walked all the way down.
Yeah.
Like I said, they all feature in the resort guides that you can help yourself to later. On your right hand side in the trees is the location of Torquay's main train station, built and designed by Isambard Brunel back in 1848. Now you'll see today as we go through this part of the bay, it's very much more geared towards the family holidays. Here in Painting is where you find the large holiday centres sitting on the old orchard lands. Painting used to be known for its scrumpy and cider making.
Loads and loads of beach houses. So many beach houses, I can't find my way to the beach. It's just behind here, Archie. The tour so far has been really good. Loads of knowledge about the places that we've visited. Tour guide is really good. Would recommend it.
We'll see you next week. See you next week. Thank you. It's nice to see you.
I'm just going to take a look at the beach. Well, this looks like a nice beach. Got the pier over there. Looks like there's some fair rides on the pier. Cruise ship. Lots and lots of cruise ships. He was telling us that the cruise ships to park here are paying £2,000 a day during the pandemic. So there was loads and loads parked here, but if they'd have parked anywhere else, they'd have paid £10,000 a day. So that's why they've all been here. And there's also the Disney Magic out there somewhere. That must be that one there. Or he said it's right out in the distance, so probably not that one. Obviously, I can't see it.